Hey guys, and welcome back to Danganronpa Trigger Happy Havoc. As always, I'm DemonFire93, and last time we began the final trial, and Monokuma is jumping into the ring here to give some information.
You can't really know who was under that mask, can you? I mean, that's the whole point of a mask.
He has a point.
The true identity of the masked attacker is Mukuro Ikusaba!
No.
At least, that's what I think.
Shut up, Monokuma. You're trying to confuse us. I've already figured that part out.
Do you have any evidence that might convince me otherwise?
Okay, let's go. No, there's no way Mukuro is the one that attacked me, even if I didn't see their face. I saw their hands, and their hands don't match. Mukuro had a very obvious Fenrir tattoo. Comparing that to the masked attacker, that too. Those 2 points, fingernails and tattoo. It should be obvious. I've completely forgot about the tattoo. Silly me. Monokuma file number 5. What? That's my only truth bullet? Okay. Well, let's continue then.
You never saw their face, right?
Correct.
So you can't have any idea who was under that mask. I'm telling you now, it was Mukuro Ikusaba!
Uh-huh.
You're wrong. Even without seeing their face, there's another part of the attacker we can use to prove it wasn't her.
Right.
Oh? And what is this other part?
I guess they're going over body parts.
Is it the right hand? Or the left hand?
Shit.
Maybe the right foot.
I don't remember.
Or perhaps the left foot. Or could it be the hips?
Damn, those hips don't lie. This is the right hand?
You never saw their face,
dang it.
right?
I wasn't paying attention.
So you can't have any idea. I'm telling you now.
You're wrong. There's another part of the attack.
It was the right hand or was the left hand?
Is it the right hand? Or the left hand? Maybe or perhaps,
Was
or
it right
could
hand?
it be
The hips. Listening to him say the hips and chipmunk speak is pretty funny.
You never saw their face, right?
Mm-hmm.
So you can't have any idea who was under
I think
that
it was the right hand.
mask.
It was
I'm
the left
telling
hand.
you now,
It was Mukuro.
Ikusaba. Mukuro had a tattoo on her right hand.
Mukuro had a tattoo on her right hand, if I remember correctly.
You do?
A representation of Fenrir. In other words, a wolf tattoo.
Yes.
But I saw the right hand of the person who attacked me.
And they certainly did not have a tattoo.
And there was no such tattoo. So there's no way the person behind the mask was Mukuro.
yeah, well, okay. You got me. I guess it wasn't her.
Case closed.
But that still doesn't prove that it was me.
I mean,
It could have been,
does.
you know, someone else, right?
Hiro, Toko, Hina, and I all have solid alibis for
that's
that
right.
entire
We
night.
have to bring that part back.
Yeah! We were in the gym tearing you apart, so it could have been any of us.
And we know that it couldn't be me, because I can't attack myself, and it can't be Kyoko, because her hands are terribly scarred.
Oh, okay, sure. It couldn't have been any of you.
But what about Kyoko?
But what about Kyoko? It totally could have been her. Uh-oh, no snappy comeback. Did I score a bullseye?
No, you're just playing defense here. You're on the
If you
defensive.
insist, I don't mind showing you.
Here are my hands.
Show me what?
What do you think? I'll show you the one thing that proves beyond a shadow of a doubt it wasn't me.
Before anyone could say anything. Kyoko removed her gloves. Well, Kyoko was removing her gloves.
Your hands!
Without thinking, I let out a gasp. It was more than just a little burned skin.
Awful, isn't it? It happened when I was first learning to be a detective. I was inexperienced.
And I grabbed a hold of a hot iron right out of the fire.
I thought you didn't want anyone to see those scars.
If it means we get another step closer to unmasking the Mastermind, it doesn't really bother me.
If it means we can just shut the fuck up about this and move on to the next topic, then I don't care. Kyoko seemed to savor the words as she said them. Then she put her gloves back on.
My scars should suffice as proof.
Thank you.
Makoto, did the person who attacked you have scars like mine?
No, their hands were immaculate. Smooth as a baby's bottom.
Not at all. I'm positive.
Then this much has been made clear.
It was the Mastermind.
There can be no doubt that the one who attacked Makoto is the true Mastermind.
And that is none of us.
This is just awful! On top of my secret being revealed, I had to look at those positively grotesque scars of yours.
Fuck you, Monokuma.
Sorry, did I say that out loud? I do hope I didn't hurt your feelings.
Not at all. You can say whatever you want.
Sure, as long as it means pushing me farther into the corner, right? But I'm not cornered just yet.
You sure about that?
Because if you haven't noticed, the circumstances surrounding Mukuro's death are totally unknown.
To them, maybe, but not to me.
That's true. All we know right now is she was killed a good while before this morning.
Oh god, is this the same morning still? Like we did 2 trials in one goddamn day?
On the contrary, we don't know anything other than that.
You're not going to tell us she was already dead before we arrived here or something, are you?
In that regard, you have nothing to worry about.
Thank you.
I promise you, without a doubt, she died after our little killing game began here.
Then somehow she was killed in secret without
Nope.
any of us knowing.
She was killed right out in the open.
And after she died, who knows how much time went by before we found her, right? Did the culprit stash her somewhere?
Nope.
She couldn't have been in the garden the whole time, could she?
It's very simple. Where did they stash her? They stashed her in the morgue.
If she was, she would have been
And then
totally
pulled her out.
decomposed. Just like your brain.
Then she was being stored somewhere?
Yes.
To hide a body here. To just store it somewhere?
I swear to God, if you say that's not possible, I'm gonna smack you across the face. There's only one place. I can't think of anywhere else the body could have been but the biolab.
Mukuro's body was probably kept hidden in the biolab.
Biolab? You mean on the 5th floor?
Which none of us had any access to, thus furthering the fact that it's none of us.
That's right. It's actually set up for use as a morgue. So it's the perfect place to hide a body. And it'd keep the body preserved at the same time.
Then you're also saying the body was moved from the biolab to the garden.
Correct.
And I have no doubt that that's exactly what happened. In fact, I have proof.
I do? Is that the tarp? The proof that shows the body was carried from the biolab to the garden. There's something that made its way from the biolab to the garden. The tarp. The tarp.
I got it!
I keep forgetting
What
that's the
makes
right
me
mouse
so
button.
sure the body was carried from the biolab to the garden is the tarp that we found in the garden. When I was checking it over again, I noticed something. I noticed that some text had been stamped on one corner of the tarp.
Oh, it says biolab.
No shit, Hina. Thanks for playing.
Holy cow! How'd you notice that tiny little thing?
Makoto's nitpicky nature seems to have surfaced with perfect timing.
Thank you.
This proves that the tarp originally came from the biolab.
Right.
In fact, there's a whole stack of tarps just like it in there.
So when the killer moved the body to the garden, they must have grabbed a tarp to wrap it in. Then they simply left it as it was to protect against the sprinklers, and put the coat on it afterwards.
We've already figured all that part out.
You made everything sound so amazingly consistent.
That's just a wild guess.
Oh, he's getting nervous.
Where's your evidence? Prove that the body was wrapped in a tarp and moved.
For God's sakes.
There is no evidence. I was simply explaining what I think happened. But you seem to be getting pretty worked up about it, wouldn't you say?
Worked up?
Now that the conversation has turned to the topic of the biolab, you must be getting pretty nervous. Because the key to uncovering your secret identity is hidden within that room. isn't it?
Because one of those bodies isn't there.
You talking about unmasking the Mastermind?
Why couldn't we just do that? Like, Toko somehow found a way to open one of the lockers. Why couldn't we just go, hey Toko, open up all the other ones? We'd be like, okay, here's, Mondo, here's Hifumi, here's Celeste, here's, and just keep going down the list until we find the one who is not in the, okay.
You see, the biolab contained an inconsistency. One so major it can't be overlooked.
Sure. An inconsistency in the biolab. Finally! Could you be talking about...
La la la, I can't hear you. La 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 la.
Really? We becoming this childish?
Such a child. Oh well, just ignore him.
Already doing it. I need to pull myself together and think. The inconsistency in the biolab. Could you be talking about...
By the way, Makoto, what about that one thing?
What?
What one thing?
He's trying to distract you.
What do you think I'm talking about? Your family.
Oh, okay. I completely forgot about them even existing in this game because we haven't talked about them since the first case. Right before the first case, even. What?
Don't tell me you forgot about that video message.
Where they all died?
So what do you think? Are you sure your family's still okay?
No, I'm fairly certain they're all dead.
Why are you bringing that up now?
Your mom, your dad, your little sister.
God.
What do you think has happened to your family?
What does that have to do with this case?
Are they really as safe as you might have assumed?
Stop talking about that!
Can we get back to the case?
Calm down, Makoto. He wants you to get upset.
Right. Yeah, I need to calm down. I can't let him get to me. He's just saying that because he knows we're getting close to the truth of the biolab. So if I want to shut him up, I need to expose the inconsistency and slam him with it. I need an adult? The inconsistency has to be that one area where the numbers just don't match up. What now? Moment of truth. Oh, fuck that. I hate this one. I forget
Are you sure
how
about this? That's
to
impossible!
do this.
Are you sure about this? That's impossible!
I think I'm doing it right. Right? Reload.
What?
I forgot how to reload. Hold on. How do I reload? How do I reload? Crap. Tab key! Thank you.
Are you sure about this? Proof! Are you sure about this? Proof! Are you sure about this? Are you sure about this?
Fuck.
What do you want? Are you sure about this?
Final strike, sure.
I'm not listening!
What? Oh, fucking. Really? Game? No, hold on.
Are you sure about this? Proof! I'm not listening!
Nope. Could you fucking... Oh my god, the lights. Really? Game, you're a piece of shit. Nobody believes me, nobody wants to hear what I have to say. Oh, we have already come to the end of the debate? It seems like you aren't able... Blah, 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 blah. Shut the fuck up.
I refuse
That was
to give up yet.
ridiculously stupid. Can we get going, please?
Are you sure about this? That's impossible! Are you sure about this? That's impossible! What do you want? Are you sure about this? That's impossible! Are you sure about this? That's impossible! sure about this? That's impossible!
Holy crap. Sure. What? Sorry.
I'm not listening!
Fucking fire it.
This should prove it.
God damn it. God, that was a pain in the ass. I hate that fucking moment of truth
The
garbage.
consistency Kyoko's talking about is the lights.
What are you talking about? What about the lights?
The fact that the
Like I
lights don't
said
add up.
before, the biolab also acts as a morgue.
There's 16 cabinets, there are 7 lights on, which means there's 7 people still alive. There's only 6 of us here, plus you.
And as part of that, a giant refrigerator was installed in there. That's where everyone who's died is stored.
Yes.
And it was set up so that when a slot had a body in it, a blue light would turn on.
In other words, if the blue light is on, that means there's a body in that slot.
But I counted up the number of blue lights that were on, including the one Mukuro was in.
And there's only 9.
And there were only 9.
I can
What
count.
does that matter? You gotta give me the bite-sized version here, man.
Hero, how many of us are standing here? Not counting Monokuma. What does 9 plus 6 equal? 9 lights doesn't make sense. The number of lights that should be on is 10.
Adjust! 10 of the lights should have been on. Any other number is incredibly suspicious.
Sus.
That's simple. Just recall who's died here so far, and it should become clear.
Are we gonna run down? Are we gonna show the one that, you know, has those type of wounds? Let's do it. That's right. That's the key to solving this mystery. Here we go. Sayaka died first. Okay, she's got 1 stab wound. I'm not gonna go over it, actually. We're just gonna... Junko was the second. Leon was 3rd. Chihiro was 4th. Mondo turned into Mondo Butter for the 5th. Taka was 6th. Ifumi was 7th. Celeste was burnt to... well, no, she started getting burnt, and then she got crushed by a fire truck. That's number 8. Sakura killed herself in number 9. Which, I mean, I guess it's possible that it could be Sakura. She could have not killed herself, but she did. And the victim number 10 was Mukuro. Have we figured it out now?
So 10 people in all?
Kind of, you know.
That's right. Any other
Bash us
number
over the
should
head
make
with
you
it there.
immediately suspicious.
Picture... Now, put that together with what was suspicious about those 4 pictures, and you'll figure it out.
But according to the lights in the biolab, only 9 people were being stored there.
Right.
You're saying a dead body just up and disappeared?
No, I'm saying that somebody used one of those dead
I
bodies.
got it! The Mastermind destroyed one of the bodies to get rid of evidence.
But if they wanted to do that, they would have destroyed Mukuro's body, since they actually killed her. And yet, her body was left alone.
Wait, I spaced out there for a second. What are we talking about now?
Whose body disappeared?
Was Mukuro's body, but Mukuro wasn't Mukuro.
It may very well be that none of them disappeared.
But if that's true, then why doesn't the body count match?
Because there's one more person
Including
still
Monokuma's
alive!
executions, there have apparently been 10 deaths, but there were only 9 bodies. That's the point I'm trying to make.
I'm completely lost. How can the number of victims be less than the number of murders?
The reason there are less bodies than murders, the explanation for for more murders than victims, why is that? What would it take for them to make sense? The Mastermind destroyed a body, only 9 murders took place. There weren't actually 10 murders, but 9, that's why there are 9 bodies. Wait, what? That's patently untrue. Counting Monokuma's executions, there have been indeed 10 murders. Wait, hold on. Okay, fine.
Shoot.
Yeah. I got it. Why is that? The same person was killed twice.
I got it!
Which doesn't make any sense, but...
The same person was killed twice.
Killed twice?
Yeah, sure. Let's... I mean, I get what you're trying to go with, but that's not the way to word it.
Officially, 10 murders have been committed so far.
Yes.
But one of the victims may have been murdered, and then murdered again.
They were murdered, and then their body was used to make it look like a 10th murder happened.
Murdered and murdered again?
Shut up.
If that's the case, there could have been 10 killings, but still only 9 victims, right?
Technically, you're right, I guess. But still, something like that.
Doesn't make any goddamn
Could
sense.
easily have happened. No, it is what happened.
Yes.
Sounds
I mean,
like you're
yeah.
already convinced. Then can you tell us who was killed twice?
I can.
It was Mukuro, of course.
No. I mean, no. Yes, but no. I mean, Mukuro was Mukuro, but Mukuro was also somebody else. And so they were killed first as that person, and then they were brought up and were like, oh, that's Mukuro. She was killed.
Before she was killed as Mukuro Ikusaba,
There we go.
she was killed as someone else.
And that's why the body had to be stored in the biolab until the moment we found it in the garden.
No,
Yup.
no, that's crazy talk. She was killed as someone else? Come on! Besides, who could that someone else even have been?
I'll tell you.
All you have to do is look at those bodily injuries of hers, and that will become obvious.
Nothing's gonna become obvious
No.
because Kyoko's totally delusional.
I mean, I'll point it out. I'll make the argument. No, well, I'm gonna point file number 5. That means there's gotta be more.
Who is this someone else that Mukuro was killed as? Was it Sayaka Maizono?
No.
Junko Enoshima? Leon Kuwata?
Are we gonna go over all of them?
Chihiro
No.
Fujisaki? Mondo Owada? Kiyotaka Ishimaru? Hifumi Yamada? Celestia Lu... whatever?
Whatever.
Or maybe Sakura Ogami? No.
I love it.
There's no way anyone was murdered twice.
No, that's not. Yeah, I got it. No.
Who is this someone else that
Let me
Mukuro was
get my-
killed as? Was it Sayaka Maizono?
Nope.
Junko Enoshima?
Wait, what? You won't, Minakoto. Words can cut as deep as any blade, you know. You interrupt me while I was talking. One more point deduction.
Is this someone? Was it Junko, Leon, Chihiro, Mondo, Kiyotaki, Fumi, Celestial, or maybe...
No. There's no way anyone was murdered twice.
I mean, I've got 2.
Who is this someone else that was it Sayaka? Junko Enoshima?
There we go.
What's wrong?
Figured it out. I just had to figure out the right order of who, what to say, what to.
Junko.
Yeah. Junko is our mastermind there, guys.
Wasn't her fatal injury pretty similar to Mukuro's?
I mean, pretty similar. It was the exact.
What do you mean?
All of the stab wounds to the body. Spear.
Well, remember what happened to her? She was impaled by a bunch of spears, all over her body.
Which matches up with the body that we assumed was Mukuro. But it was Mukuro.
Mukuro died from a number of wounds across her body.
Correct.
When you compare that to the stab wounds Junko suffered,
And the similarities.
Yes, and those are the only fatal injuries that match up.
Yeah, everybody else's was very, very different.
That explains why those 2 bodies are actually one and the same.
But now the real question is, well, I mean, I guess I'm fairly certain I know what it is, but the question is Mukuro, it was Mukuro that died twice, or was Mukuro Junko that, or like, you know, was Junko the victim and then Junko were used as Mukuro, or was Mukuro posing as Junko and, you know.
so let me see if I have this straight.
Junko dies, but it wasn't Junko, it was Mukuro.
Junko, or someone going by that name, was stabbed to death with multiple spears.
Correct. Their
Then
body
her
was
body
stored.
was kept in the biolab for however long before being dragged out again.
Yes.
Only this
Look at the
time,
fingernails.
it was
It just
presented as
matches
the corpse
perfectly.
of one Mukuro Ikusaba.
Because it was Mukuro Ikasaba. Monokuma
It
confirmed
all
that at
matches
least.
up, right?
This was
Those
the murder of
wounds
Mukuro
Junko
Ikasaba.
suffered could easily be these same injuries.
And that explains the very first couple episodes there when we talked to Junko and it's like, wow, you look different than you did in your magazines because
It's
it
really
was Mukuro.
true? Mukuro and Junko are the same person?
No.
Wait, so then... What does it all mean?
It means
Means
that
that there
Junko's still
haven't been 10
alive.
victims, but 9. Which also means that among the people we thought were dead, one is still alive.
Quick, update the graphic.
And that's the true identity of the Mastermind?
Who is it? Who's behind all this?
We already know the answer to that. It's Mukuro. She's still alive.
No, it's Junko.
She took Junko's body and made it look like she was the one who died. So Mukuro is still alive. She's gotta be. Total silence? Then I must be right. I'm right, aren't I?
Yet again, no, Toko. Mukuro? Alive? The one that's still alive is Mukuro. But can we really believe that? No, there's no way. There's no way Mukuro Ikusaba is still alive. We can tell that by the Fenrir tattoo that was on the dead body. Mukuro's... What?
The body we found in the
I don't
garden
know which one of these it will be.
wasn't Mukuro.
Then she's still alive?
That's right. She made it look like Junko's body was her. So the Mastermind's true identity is Mukuro.
What do you say, Monokuma? Do you give up?
And total silence. Yeah, Okay. For that to be true, then that couldn't have been her body we found in the garden. Is that really possible?
The body we found in the garden. It wasn't Mukuro.
No,
Wrong.
that's wrong.
Again. How many times are you gonna be wrong, Toko?
No, the body we found in the garden was Mukuro. That's one thing we can be sure of.
The Fenrir
The
tattoo.
body's appearance and measurements are consistent with her records.
Right. No, now you use the words measurements instead of vitals.
Right, Kyoko?
She was 5 foot 6 inches tall and weighed 97 pounds. Her vitals were 31,
Measurements.
21, 32.
Only she's 5'6".
Everything in her profile is consistent with that
Yeah. That's
corpse.
funny.
And then there's the matter of the Fenrir tattoo. So there's no question it's her.
Yep.
But if Mukuro's not the Mastermind, then who's actually still alive?
Really, Toko? Really? Toko. You had a coin flip here. A 50-50 shot. Okay? It was either Mukuro was still alive and used Junko's body, or it's that Junko is still alive and Mukuro was posing as Junko. Someone's made it look very like they died, but they're actually still alive. There's only one person it could be. Hello, Junko.
Here's my answer.
Long time no see.
Junko is still alive. It's the only possibility.
Are you sure about that?
Byakuya, what did I say last episode? Stupidity can't be contagious.
Huh?
I admit, since Mukuro is undoubtedly dead, Junko does seem to be the only other explanation.
There you go.
But we saw her get impaled. She died right before our very eyes.
Yes, but it was not Junko.
If Junko were still alive, the death we saw would had to have been some kind of charade.
Or was not Junko. Junko wasn't
You
Junko.
yourself confirmed she was dead, did you not?
now that you mention it. I gently placed my hand on Junko's lifeless body. I touched her wrist to check for a pulse like they do in the movies and stuff, but she really is dead. There wasn't anything else to say. She was gone. I did check, absolutely, and I can say for sure.
She was dead. There's no question. Junko was dead.
Was.
So, the idea that she's still alive.
It must be wrong.
Could it really be? For that, we'll have to wait until next time. See you guys.